We are now hearing the Clifton Park Town Assessor's response to volunteer firefighters and first responders who claim they've been wrongfully denied a property tax exemption.
Assessor Walter Smead says he denied more than a dozen applications for the 10% property tax decrease. He says the state law that allows local communities to offer an exemption only applies to those who live in the fire district they serve. Volunteers disagree with that interpretation, arguing it minimizes the purpose of the law, which is to encourage more people to volunteer.
So does either side really have a case here?
News 10 ABC's Mikhaela Singleton taking a closer look at both the state law and Clifton Park's law to try to find out.
Clifton Park's volunteer firefighters have a bone to pick with the town assessor after he denied more than a dozen applications for property tax credits. Assessor Walter Smead says he believes he's on the right side of the law.
If they wrote the legislation that says all you have to be is a volunteer fireman and we'll give you a 10% exemption, I would be fine with that. But they didn't.
Clifton Park was one of the first to adopt the state's option offering its volunteer firefighters credit on their taxes as both a thank you and a recruitment incentive. Smead says the applications he denied belong to volunteers who do not live in the same fire district where they serve, even if they do still live in Clifton Park.
The law states, it talks about jurisdiction. Who has jurisdiction? In this case, the fire districts have the jurisdiction.
That's only true with the fire district taxes. That is true, any fire district tax, but that's only one out of the four.
In fact, Vischer Ferry's vice chairman of the Fire Commission, Marty Shantz, says members were denied their town, county, fire, and school district credits in one fell swoop. A check of the Vischer Ferry Fire District resolution does say applicants must both live and serve in that district to get their credits, but the Clifton Park Town Code only says the volunteers' fire company must serve the town area. Smead tells News 10 state law rules supreme, and he thinks it agrees with him.
State law has a requirement of residency and you have to reside. That there's really no way of writing it any other way.
If you can show us where that's written in law and not opinion, the law, then I'll say I'm sorry. You were right. We are wrong. But he has yet to be able to do that.
I did my own check of the state law and the tax credit applications. Both ask for the residency and volunteer service in the city, town, or village where you're applying, but makes no mention of fire districts. Smead says even if he were to change his mind, deadlines have passed.
I have to have a court order in order to change anything.
That's exactly what the volunteers intend to get. Shantz says they're organizing right now to pen one last letter to Smead, then filing with the court.
As we speak, we're drawing up some letters and giving the necessary paperwork that they'll need to go to small claims court to prove their case.
Reporting in Clifton Park, Mikhaela Singleton, News 10 ABC.